is solving equations with imaginary numbers. Up to now, you have been able to solve quadratic equations with factoring or by using the quadratic formula. If you had tried to use the factoring on this problem, you will notice it will not work. The reason why is because two numbers that multiply to 29x squared and add up to 10x will not work. It's not possible. So what we're going to do is we are going to use the quadratic formula. And remember that this is A, this is B, and this is C. The quadratic formula, if you do not remember, is negative b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So if I plug in these numbers, x equals negative, and be careful, negative 10 plus minus b again is negative 10 squared minus 4, a is 1, c is 29, all over 2a. This will be 10 plus minus negative 10 to the second power is 100. Be careful if you're putting into the calculator, make sure you use parentheses. Minus 4 times 1 is 4 times 29 is 116. 2 times a here is negative, actually positive 1. 2 times 1 is 2. So 10 plus minus negative 16 over 2. Remember, you can break down the square root of 16, negative 16 into 16 times negative 1, which becomes 4i. So this becomes 10 plus minus 4i all over 2. And you can simplify this into 5 plus minus 2i. So you really have two answers. 5 plus 2i, 5 minus 2i. Let's try another one. Again, you'll not be able to factor this, so we're going to use quadratic formula. So A is 1, this is B, and this is C. So plugging into the quadratic formula, all over 2a. So this is going to be positive 4 plus minus 16 minus 20 over 2, which becomes 4 plus minus square root of negative 4 over 2, which becomes 2i over 2. You can simplify this to 2 plus minus I. So our answers are 2 plus I and 2 minus I. What if it was written in a different way? Well, we would get the second power by itself, which is the parentheses, so we will subtract 9 to both sides. You could distribute the x plus 5 square out, but it's easier if you do it this way. Again, we're used to not being able to take the square root of a negative number, but since we learned imaginary numbers, we can. So we're going to square root both sides. And remember, when you square root both sides, you're going to have a positive and a negative. So the square root of negative 9 is going to be 3i. Now we subtract 5 from both sides. X equals negative 5 plus minus 3i. You can write it like this, or if you want to break it up, you can write negative 5 plus 3i and negative 5 minus 3i. Either way works. If you use this way, you will save yourself a step. That's the lesson for solving equations with an imaginary number answer.